Long before COVID, frontline workers had committed their lives to helping others, and sometimes it comes at the expense of their own health. Lori Watkins, a nurse and clinic manager at Washington University, turned 60 and realized something had to change. She wasn't happy with how she felt about herself or the reflection in the mirror. On her husband's recommendation, she reached out to Charles for coaching this past January, and now she's reached her goal, losing 55 pounds. Lori, you look so great.
Thank you. I actually do believe I look great. I also feel great. It's been amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You told me off air that, like so many other people, before meeting Charles, you felt like you've tried everything and failed. So what's been different about working with Charles?
Actually having a coach, having an accountability partner, someone to help me work through what all of my issues were related to food. You know, it wasn't the food, it was me. The food just sits there, and it's what you do with the food and the control I let it have over me. And it's really been great how he's helped me figure all that out and make conscious choices, good choices, make it about myself, and setting priorities and not letting that control happen over me.
Before working with Charles, you talked about how you felt food had a stranglehold on you. Can you talk about what that was like?
It was pretty intense. In my mind, I was consumed with food. It was about, what am I going to eat next? What am I going to eat later? Did I eat enough? I need to eat more. And I think we all realize too, when we go to meetings and stuff with work, everybody brings food. I mean, it's like everything we do with food, and I just didn't know how to stop. It was. I was on a very slippery slope. My weight gain was out of control.
Charles, another success story here. What do you think people really need in order to change their lives the way Lori has?
That's a pretty loaded question. I think that Lori's hit on a number of important points. First, personal responsibility is such an integral part of the coaching. In order to be able to change your life, you have to take responsibility for what's brought you to where you are. And that's not self-condemnation, quite differently. It's more conviction. You want to be able to make a distinction between who you are, loving who you are, and what you're doing, which may not be very self-loving. So the first step is admitting to yourself that the place you are at right now is a result of choices. And rather than blame or judge, just accept where you are. And once you accept that place, you can then say to yourself, what do you want to do with where you are being the case? How do you want to move forward? And where do you want to move forward to? So personal responsibility would be one very important part of transforming your life. I think the second part, which kind of aligns with that, is what I was alluding to, which is making a distinction between conviction, that is holding yourself accountable for the things that aren't invested in your future, and self-condemnation. Conviction is fine. You can be very frustrated about what you've been up to, but you don't want to beat yourself up, only perpetuating many of the feelings that have drove you to use food in a very almost self-abusive way. So when a person comes in, we don't go into, my goodness, how could you have let this happen to yourself? You look at where you are and you say, well, what do you think's brought you here? What's the why? When you understand the why behind your behavior, the way out is much more clear. And when you have a strong why about what you want your life to look like how much you want your relationships to improve, how much more confidence you want to have, how much better you want to feel overall, when that why is strong, the way is easier. So it's really important to understand those things that are underneath what you're up to every day.
Lori, how has your work with Charles and your weight loss impacted your life overall?
Oh my goodness. So in immeasurable ways. So, my very first meeting with Charles after the first consult, when we actually started, I was blown away that we wrote goals. I mean, it wasn't, we're gonna talk about in a couple of weeks, we're gonna write some goals. We wrote goals, and they were strong, they were legitimate, we're gonna meet these, and everything was about the win, the success. When you reach these, there were timelines, and it wasn't this, it was going to go on ad nauseum. It was like, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it now. And that has helped me in so many other things in my life, here at home, at work. Just like, what are we waiting for? You know, let's set a plan, let's set some goals, and let's get to them. And so that it's helped immeasurably. And just the way I feel about myself, I completely lost how good it was to feel good about who you are, and the way you look, and the way you present yourself, and how fun it is to get things done. I now have energy. I feel good. Of course, you get tired with various things, but nothing. I mean, I had zero energy before. I would come home and hit the couch. It's been amazing, truly amazing. I feel like I could just go on forever.
Lori, congratulations. Thank you to both of you today.
Well, I just want to say thank you to Charles. I had heard of him years ago. I guess I wasn't in the right place at the right time. And in January, when I heard his ad, I was just like, I'm going to call this guy. I'm going to check this out. He's been there. He's definitely walked the walk. I mean, that's the other thing. When you want to win at something, you need to be with someone who's already won. And he has. Nothing surprises him when you come to him with everything that you're going through or what you've gone through. And he takes no excuses. So he truly is a coach. He really, really is a good coach. So I've been blessed to actually finally have a coach. So
thank you very much, Lori.
Yeah.
Kind words. Charles has helped thousands of people reach their weight loss goals, and he can help you too. Visit charlesdeangelo.com for more information.